first, we're going to do this phone interview with a married couple. One of them is a white witch. The woman is a white witch. She practices white magic, and her husband's a Satanist. So
wonderful. Let's get them on the line, because I have all kinds of questions for these people.
So here they are. Lily, are you there?
Well, we're going to have to pick up her phone call first.
What line?
She's on 12.
There she is. Jesus Christ. We're a little rusty here. Lily, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, we're doing great. Before we start, we're just going to be asking you some questions, so please don't put a hex on us or any of that type of stuff. We're actually really interested in, first of all, what is like a white witch? Is that like some sort of Aryan thing, or is that like a different kind of magic?
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, I usually make jokes about it myself. What we mean, it's a very outdated term today to use white magic and black magic. They're actually terms that we don't particularly like, but usually is pasted on us. Basically, the idea
was... Like a scarlet letter?
Meaning good. No scarlet letters.
Angry
white
peasants
magic,
screaming at you to be burned? No, none of that?
None of that, not unless you want to do something like that with the pinchers or something. But the point of the matter is white basically meaning, the good things, like a white nurse doing healings. And black meaning, well, very, very selfish and things to do with
This is really coming off racist. Okay. So white witches are angels and black witches are selfish. Are they lazy? Do they sit on the front porch? And
This was that scene in Malcolm X. We're watching Malcolm X today when they look up in the dictionary.
Like the term,
but it's
actually.
like black, soiled.
Yeah, that's really what...
Dark, evil, white, pure, innocent.
Yeah, that really just sounded like... Okay, all right, so... Well, okay, so the white witches, you guys do good things, and then the black witches do bad stuff, huh?
That's a very, very, very big generalization, but...
Hey, it's your world. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, I understand. I think that's a big generalization. Really, it comes from a very detailed story of the right-hand path and the left-hand path, right-hand path being very similar to Christianity, looking for mercy, and the left-hand path looking for self, making sure...
Okay, so what exactly do you do? Do you have one of those big black pots with like bat heads in it and stuff?
Black pots. I don't even cook.
You got a skillet. Let's start with that.
I don't even use a skillet.
How can you be a witch without, at least some sort of cookware that you can boil stuff in? You don't have that down in your basement
we
like
don't
3
boil anything.
rabbit's
I
foots?
can't even boil water. Okay, so the boiling is out.
This could be the most ignorant I've ever heard you on this show. You, huh?
What do you mean?
You sound so ignorant right now.
Why?
I prefer
You just
morning
do.
latte
You
to
just do.
a kettle of
Yeah,
fish.
if she boils rabbit's feet, let the lady out.
I'm just, Duke, let me. Well, she sounds like she sits in a cubicle and she's in customer service. I'm asking, she's a witch.
Well, I think Lily, correct me if I'm wrong. The Wiccan thing is sort of misinterpreted by society. Wiccan is almost a sort of earthy nature connection type of thing versus.
Wicca is a religion that
she's
came
a hippie?
around in the 1950s. It doesn't have anything necessarily to do with witchcraft, but unfortunately, as people look at it, they tend to do a situation where they slam Wiccans and witches into the same boat. There's a lot of Wiccans who don't want to be identified as a witch.
So let me get this straight. You're not a witch?
I'm a witch. I'm not a Wiccan.
Okay, so if you were, let's put it into Star Wars terms, you're on the good light side of the Force.
Okay, yeah, I'm Luke. Hubby is Darth Vader.
Who's Darth Vader?
My husband is Darth Vader.
Your husband.
That's the way to look at it.
So how does that work, though? How can you, because your husband's a Satanist, so how can you, how does that just not be a completely, non-productive relationship that you're, a counterproductive relationship that you're in?
Well, unless you like somebody who always says, yes, dear, it is very good.
She's saying she likes it rough, Joe.
Yeah, I like it rough.
She likes it rough. You like those bad boy witches, huh? Those devil worshippers. Bend you over your kettle every once in a while, right? Smack you with your broom, huh?
I like the bad boy witches.
I think it's like the stories in the paper when, like when the Mets wife is married to the Yankees husband. I think it's something along those lines.
Oh, okay. So it's more of like a cute thing. Let me ask you: have you put a curse on any of your neighbors?
I don't do cursing. The husband does that. He does curses when he feels they're important to do, but I wouldn't say that he wastes his time on the neighbors. The neighbors are pretty decent.
What kind of curse would he do? Like, what's an important curse?
obviously, if he's dealing with someone where there's a criminal or someone in the neighborhood that he knows is just not working well and playing well with others, he may indeed do a curse or a banishing to make sure that person either moves.
Does he ever just do it because he's jealous? Somebody has a nicer car than him. And he's like, that son of a bitch. He had to top me by getting the convertible. Huh?
Do you think I'm allowed to cheat? I'm not stupid.
Wait a second, but here's what I don't get.
No way.
Here's what I don't understand.
No, I don't work in a cubicle. I've never worked in a cubicle in my life.
Here's what I don't understand. So if he's on the evil side, the dark side,
I'm totally confused
him,
with this whole thing. I thought we were going to be talking to witches who were going to be doing evil stuff in the vein of Halloween.
Well, Bill, again, I've explained this to you several times, and you've just chosen to not commit any of it.
But she's saying like they're like that serial killer on Showtime who only kills people who deserve to die. Terrible show.
She's a white witch. And he's a Satanist. She's saying he's the dark side, she's the light side. That's what's interesting.
Oh, so we have the one who makes cookies. Well, what do you?
Her husband. Well, let me ask her this question though. What I don't understand is if you're saying if your husband,
she's a vegetarian.
If your husband is like Darth Vader, why would he put
he likes fish, dear. He does like fish. He's not a vegetarian.
I'm saying you are. You're like.
I don't like fish as much as I like beef. Thanks.
Why would your husband put a hex on a criminal if he was on the?
Why would he put a hex on a criminal? Because he doesn't want a criminal living next door. That's what you said. Is the neighbor?
No.
He doesn't get along with the neighbor.
No,
get rid of the neighbor.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm asking is, if he's on the dark side of things, why would he put a hex on a criminal? Wouldn't they be on the same team? That's what I don't understand.
I think you have a very wrong idea. This is about celebration of self. A Satanist can be accused. I call him ego, power hungry, and cocky. Okay, very egotistical. I would not say he's a criminal. The worst thing he's ever done is sped once.
Can we talk to him for a minute? Can you put him on the phone?
Is he available?
Sure. Hold on. He's right here. Hold on.
Oops, wrong way. I just hope you don't mind this woman bending your ear.
No,
not at all. I'm just happy to talk to somebody with little, who maybe did some evil stuff. I mean, we're trying to do a Halloween show here, and Joe books us with some Bergenstock lady. No offense, sir. Please don't put a hex on me. But I was like, okay, here we go. We're gonna get some evil here.
You know, when I told you that it was going to be a variety of things, and again, you chose to figure that out on the air versus the 2-hour prep time when you were playing drums.
I understood that she's a good witch and everything, but it's just like, Jesus, come on, man! You never even threw an apple at somebody.
That's what's interesting is that she does light magic and he's a Satanist. Do you see that? That's sort of a unique coupling of people.
Yeah, I do see that. I get that now, Joe. I get it. She's like Paul Reiser.
And yet there's no wrong or right path as far as we're concerned.
Let me ask you this. What's the best hex you've put on somebody? Like, I mean, I wish bad shit on people all the time. It never really seems. How do you tell if it works or not?
I did, and I shouldn't even say this on radio, but I did the first publicly documented curse that worked. But I don't want to go into it because
yeah, by all means, don't tell us the interesting part.
Well, the thing is, the guy did blow his brains out, as I said he would. But
see, these are the kind of stories I want to hear. Okay.
I feel that most of it was I knew the guy so well, and I knew what he was capable of, and I knew that he was a wacko who would do himself in eventually. So he did take his Luger out of his holster, and he did blow his brains out, like I said he would a year earlier. But,
Whoa. You predicted it, or you put a hex on him?
Yeah, everyone said I cursed him or I put a hex on him. And I said to myself, well, I really didn't. I just knew the guy. I knew he was a whack job. And I just
For the love of God, will one of you witches tell me something evil that you guys did?
They don't do. They don't do evil things. Okay, this is what we're trying to find out. We're trying to become informed with the guest about what they did.
He said he put a hex on somebody, and then they went out and blew their brains out. And by the time he's done telling the fucking story, it's just he just did a psychoanalysis, going, I think that guy's going to kill himself, and he did. That's not a witch, Joe.
This is what.
It's not a witch.
Well, we're trying to find out what a witch really is.
He had like a German background. And he had that Adolf Hitler mentality. And I said, well, if he's going to whack himself, he's going to put the gun to his head.
I mean, honestly, this guy could be, managing a 7-Eleven. There's nothing Halloweenish about this guy.
Here's the thing I'm trying to figure out. So, if with the difference between light magic and dark magic is in dark magic, you would try to put a hex on somebody where, they would do something detrimental to themselves, like kill themselves, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're evil. You just might create a hex or try to create a situation that contains evil in it. Is that the difference?
You know what? You got to go with the flow of nature. Like Nietzsche said, he says, if I see you walking on a precipice, he says, I'm going to be the guy that pushes you over.
Hey, where does Jesus come into all of this? Do you believe in Jesus, or do you worship to like some three-headed dog?
I believe in everybody's belief. I believe all paths lead to the
Joe, you
same,
got us hippies. That's what you booked on the show.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening.
I am listening. The guy said he put a hex on somebody, and he did. He psychoanalyzed somebody.
Listening. You're asking questions. You're not listening.
That's not a witch.
But you're not listening to the responses to your questions.
It's not a goddamn witch.
You're not listening.
What I'm saying is good and evil are relative.
We're trying to find out what this is all about, and you're not listening to their answers.
Why is your voice so high right now?
Because it's bugging me. Because we're trying to find out stuff and have a phone interview and see what the real deal is. That was the whole point, to say what is the public's conception of this thing and what is really what it is.
Oh, well, maybe I'm the voice of the public, Joe.
True. But you put 10 people in a room and ask them what good and evil is, they'll give you 10 different definitions. Did you ever stop and think of that?
Did you, Joe?
He's talking to you, Bill. Bill, he's talking to you.
I thought you were conducting the interview.
No, I haven't been able to get a word in, actually. But here's
I could give you a quick example.
Yes, that'd be great.
I have this cat that I absolutely love. I think he's absolutely heavenly. He's God. He can do no wrong. But if you look at a mouse looks at my cat and doesn't see this adorable, furry, heavenly. He sees a monster
that's
about to devour him. To him, the cat is pure evil. To me, the cat is...
You know what? I never looked at it that way. Now I get it. Now I get what you're saying.
All right.
See, Joe, now I get it. I listen.
All right.
I understand
All right.
why we have this guy on, because I'm just... I mean, do you understand at least my point where I
No, I don't. I don't understand your point.
She hyped him up like he does all the evil shit. And then he tries to claim that he made somebody blow their brains out by putting a hex on him, and then by the time he's done telling a story, he psychoanalyzed somebody.
Nobody hyped anything.
Danny, am I out of my fucking mind here? Maybe it's me. Am I out of my mind
Danny,
here?
am I wrong? He's asking questions, and he's barreling through their answers with jokes, and he's not listening to anything they're saying. It's true.
Now get this background. This guy that was so angry at me was slandering me all over the internet, calling me a pedophile and everything.
So what did you? I know. How is this informing us on this?
We were on the right track with the wife, and you made her get off the phone. She was starting to explain to us what the difference is and what this is all about, and she got off the phone.
Hey, let me put her back on,
please.
She explains things kindly. I tend to be more abrasive, but that's the difference, the right and the left.
I'm not mad at you.
More direct.
I'm not mad either. I'm disappointed. Like when you go see a movie, and like Perfect Storm.
No. I'm not angry with you. I'd like to hear what you have to say, but yeah, put your wife back on.
You know what, Joe? I'm gonna let you do it, because obviously I'm fucking up. I'm gonna let you conduct this interview.
It's over. It's been tainted. It's ruined.
It's not ruined.
Oh, Joe.
I don't know I don't even know where to go with it right now. I just we were just trying to. Oh, my main thing with wanting to talk to you and your husband as guests was, I know that there is a certain conception out there about witches, about Wiccans, about Satanists, and all this stuff.
Yes.
I knew a girl that was a Wiccan, and that was when I first learned that, pagans and Wiccans and all that stuff we were talking about today, Bill, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily evil.
I don't even believe in the devil, just to give you an idea on that. And to me, when he talks about cursing someone, to me, I mean, I know this is a very nasty thing to say, but even Hitler had a mother, okay? So what I'm saying here is that when we look at people who do nasty acts, even if that person deserves it or whatever, that person has someone, okay, who cares about them.
Joe,
I don't know what that means. She
Joe,
lost me there.
Where you? That's how I've been the whole time. I don't know.
I got lost there. That loud.
Okay, can you imagine that someone who you think is a criminal, okay, someone who's a heinous criminal, that their mother might still see them as her little boy?
You're gonna put your head down now, Joe?
Again, good and evil.
Bill,
Go ahead, Joe. Go.
I'm
Go.
What good and evil is
Bill,
all about.
Bill.
This is not hard to figure out.
Bill, I don't even...
What did I do?
I'm frustrated because...
What? You tell me.
This show, we got guests on the phone, and we're arguing with each other.
I want to know what the fuck I did, Joe.
I'm angry because I did a lot of work to try to line up what I thought would be great for this episode, won't be appropriate, and you've been giving me shit the whole time. I'm angry about what you said to me during the break still, and I'm carrying it into this right now.
So let it go. I said we'll
can't.
talk about it after the show.
I can't, because I feel like it was a lot of work, and then I felt like we're trying to do the
Hey,
interview
Lily.
and you're yelling at him.
Lily, can you take some fucking basil and sprinkle it around into a pentagon and try to get Joe to forgive me?
Pentagon is a whole place where people hang out who are in politics and stuff. We use pentacles or pentagrams.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna
But I
get
mean, as you
cursed.
said, even Hitler had a mother. So I
We're
mean,
gonna
if
get
that
cursed.
doesn't sum it up, man.
We're going to get cursed. They're going to
No,
curse
Joe,
us.
they don't do
Oh,
that.
no, you're not. You would use basil for prosperity anyway.
Okay, now we're on to something. Now, what do you use to hex somebody? What oregano?
Oregano, if they're allergic to it, is really great to curse somebody.
Oh, it's like the Smothers Brothers. So what do you use to curse
I'll give
somebody?
you some examples.
One curse we do is poison ivy.
Poison ivy is
It makes you
always
itchy.
effective.
I learned that when I became a witch.
One curse we do is we put cracker crumbs in somebody's sheets. That's very
Oh,
irritating.
That's no fun. That you did it.
Okay.
5 years old. Do you want to
What-
hear one or not?
Yes,
here's an
yeah.
example of one.
Let's hear one. Seriously, we would like to hear one. Honestly.
Okay. What you would do, for example, if you've got someone who you want to make sure does not get the job that you want, okay, and understand this is manipulative magic, but what you would do is take some kind of item of theirs or a picture of them or something they've written or whatever and put it in an ice tray, something that you would have in your home,
Okay.
and put some water in it and literally freeze them out of the competition. And
All
that's
right.
what sympathetic magic is about. You would be freezing them out. Obviously, once you get the job, you will sort of let them free. But
This is
know
what I
this
was
is
trying to
no.
get to.
Okay. Well, why didn't you say
Practical.
that?
This is what I've been trying to lead her towards, not their psychoanalyst of their suicidal neighbor. I'm trying to figure out how you can put a hex on somebody.
All right, so
do
you can-
do I need to become a Wiccan to be? I mean, if I take Joe's headshot and put it in an ice tray, can I freeze him out?
Absolutely. Remember, I hate to be political on this, but you'll see Christians doing a lot more cursing sometimes, like when you see Fred Phelps screaming, "God hates fags." He's basically just trying to curse homosexuals. That's all he's
Dude,
doing.
I'm in the.
Christian.
Should we try this? I'm in the New York's funniest comedian competition at Caroline's. There's 6 of us. The finals, it's 6 of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we try to do that?
Try to freeze
And
them
just
out.
see what
Or
happens.
bury them.
I'll freeze.
Try
Get
to
the
freeze them
headshot
out.
of somebody else and put it in an
I'll
ice
freeze
tray.
the other 5 guys' pictures and see if I win. If I win,
Okay.
that fucking X works.
See, this is. I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm a fucking moron, but this is the.
You're not a
This is the
moron.
direction. I don't fucking say it like that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't
You're
saying
not a
it like
moron. No, Bill, you're amongst friends. You had suicidal, soothing talk. Like,
I
don't
didn't
kill
say-
yourself.
that. Easy. I didn't say it like that.
All right.
We'll talk
All right, Lily,
about
listen, man. That was very educational. Thank you very much, and happy Halloween to you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
you.
Lily.
All right, here's someone's going to chime in on Wiccans. Ivy in San Francisco, you have something to say about Wiccans?
Yeah, they're all fat. And Wiccans are bullshit, and they're all fat.
They're fat. Okay,
Yeah.
Wiccans are fat
Well,
hens.
A skinny Wiccan? I've never met a skinny Wiccan. They're all fat.
Is this a young boy or a girl?
I don't know what it was, but it started to annoy me after a while. Joe, do you understand what? Like, let's get back to this because there's a lot of more like tension between us than normal, Joe.
I know.
What I was trying to say is like they weren't getting into like being like she hypes her husband up, going like, "Oh, I only do the nice kind of magic." Oh, okay, fine. And she goes, "He does the evil stuff. He does the crazy stuff." And I say to the guy, "Did you ever put a curse on somebody?" And he said, "Well, yeah, I don't really talk
I know.
about it. I made my neighbor commit suicide." And then he goes. He just starts psychoanalyzing.
I'm not arguing any of that.
He didn't put a pistol
I'm not
in an ice
arguing
tray,
any
Joe,
of that.
and make him do it.
But what I'm saying to you is, right off the bat, you're asking them questions in this douchey tone. It sounds like you're making fun of them. We invited them on the show to talk to them, not to make fun of them, because we wanted to get informed about what it is they do. And right away, you're going, "What are you fucking? You got a skillet or something?" And you're fucking with them. And then they start trying to be like, "Okay, haha," and like tell you what it's really about. And then you're fucking railroading over them, dude. And it's like, all right, let them talk, or just ask them. Say, what
this is how I heard it, though. I heard it like she was just meandering. And I'm thinking, and I'm seeing the phones. Nobody's on the fucking phones. And I'm thinking, this is boring the shit out of people. I got to make it funny. I'll ask her. I mean, I'm honestly asking her if she's got a.
The whole point was to become informed. So ask what you want to know. Ask the questions
I learned a lot.
that you want to know.
Wiccans are boring. They're boring people who don't really do any sort of witchcraft.
God forbid there's not a laugh every 20 fucking seconds, you know? I mean, we were having a regular conversation. Yes, that's kind of the point of the show sometimes, is that we get information out onto the air about something that most people don't know about. That's the point of the fucking show. So, yeah, it's not going to be hilarious every 10 seconds, dude.
I know, Joe, but they weren't going anywhere.
You didn't give them a chance to go anywhere. You were being provocative from the jump of that conversation, dude.
I was trying to ask them interesting questions.
You weren't. You were asking them derogatory questions, dude. You know that. You know you were fucking with them.
Oh, my God. We're going to have to defer to Danny again? This is ridiculous.
Danny, come on. Am I making that up?
She was boring.
She was boring.
She was all over the place, and the husband was even worse than she was.
Russ, how did you enjoy the interview?
I want to know if that guy can put a hex on Joe so he blows his brains out.
Yeah. Is that what you want?
Although, if I could say one positive thing about that call, it was a lot better than that natural food lady that you had in last time.
But dude, Danny, honestly, I'm not saying they weren't boring. I'm not saying it wasn't riveting. But I'm saying, am I wrong in saying that right off the bat there was a tone of we're making fun of you that shouldn't have fucking been there right off the bat? There wasn't the point of it, man.
I thought I was having fun with it, Joe. I really.
But they weren't responding to it.
It was innocent. It wasn't anything malicious.
I don't know. I disagree.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. You go on a mainstream radio show and you say you're a witch. You got to expect you're going to get the broomstick fucking something. I mean, what am I supposed to just? I mean, and I was listening to what she was saying, and it was just all, she fucking enjoys pumpkin seeds, but it just didn't. It didn't go anywhere.
All right,
it didn't go anywhere towards the... And then she's fucking talking for 20 minutes till she finally gets into the fact that she put somebody's headshot in an ice tray and something. But that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear about a regular.
But if you would have just asked her that right off the bat instead of fucking with her, you could have got to that a lot sooner. That's my point. Ask her what you want to ask her instead of making these dumb joke questions up that we didn't even want to ask.
Oh, God. Okay, all right, then I
I'm not saying, look, I'm just saying it's a little more 50-50. It's not, I worked hard, I sought her out, I had a lot of fucking phone conversations with her trying to get her prepped for this, for ready for the show.
You know what I realized, Danny? It's time to apologize to Joe again. Just like the last show. Once a show, Joe gets upset and his feelings get hurt. Joe, you got any sad music you can play here where I can start to apologize, Joe? I'm sorry that, I'm sorry for... I love it. Okay, Joe, I'm sorry. You found a couple people who work at a Home Depot and work in potted plants, and they told you that they were witches and that there was going to be something. Joe, I'm sorry I fucked up the interview. Sorry you booked two people who ended up being fucking boring, and I tried to make it better.
I don't think you fucked up the interview. What I'm saying is...
Joe, this isn't a respond anything. I'm just apologizing to you.
I just felt like between...
Go ahead. Bring out the music. I want Joe to be able to...
Between what you said at the break to me and that, I just felt like my work wasn't being fucking appreciated, and I got a little angry. I was like, do you know what? I busted my ass to put this show together. I did all the fucking prep work for it, and you're giving me shit during the break, and then you're
I just said we went to the key thing too quick. That's all I said. I didn't give you shit and say it wasn't funny.
It's like, dude, it was hard work, man.
We just sound like a couple chicks on the rag here, man. We're gonna go to a break.
All right, let's make up.
You're listening to Uninformed.